So hey everyone, welcome to my channel and we're going to be doing a review today, and just as I promised, we're going to do this Pack Eye Squad brush review, and this is going to be like really in depth, and I'm going to have like all the brush close-ups. I'm going to give you all the pros, the cons, and like completely honest and just upfront and laid out in front of you. So quickly, without any further ado, let's get started with the review. So I got this as PR from Pack like when it was launched, and this was almost like maybe around like 5 6 months easily, and like I was just like trying to using them, and I wanted to review this for so long, but I just never reviewed it. So coming to the packaging, it is basically a rose gold, glittery, sparkly, kind of like a fall leather packaging, and it's quite sturdy. I've been having it for so long, and like none of the threads have come off, and yeah, like I really like it, and it's quite easy to clean also on the inside. So you can just use these as your, like your brush holders, and it just looks so pretty in your vanity. And it has Pack mentioned upon it over here in gold, and when you look inside, there are 15 brushes, and all of these brushes, like some of them are natural, some of them are synthetic, some of them are nylon. So you have literally like all the type of, like textures going on in them. So let's break it down and start off. So ES01 is a large fluffy blending brush, and in my opinion, this is beautiful. This one is basically like, it's kind of like a very natural hair bristle type of one. It's extremely soft and it's not very dense in nature. So it does move really well and it just works beautifully. But in my opinion, this brush is slightly on the huger side. So if you know me, you know that I love small brushes. Like I'm like a full-on small brush girl. I can do my entire face with just small brushes. So this one is like slightly big for my eye size. I would definitely use this as the last step to blend, and like like in case you're blending your eyeshadow into your skin, this one works great for that step. It's extremely smooth, it's very soft, it does blend really well. So if you're looking for something like that, this one is a great one. So speaking about the brush's dimensions, I would say it's approximately about an inch height, and it's quite fluffy. It's very diffused. So it kind of really helps to blend your colors out, especially if you have a problem with blending. This would be helpful. The second brush that we're going to be talking about is ES02, which is a large fluffy shader brush. So why I would call this one a shader brush is because the ferrule of this is pinched in. Ferrule is the rose gold part of it, so it's pinched in. So when you look at it on one angle, it's like a lot more thinner, and on the other angle, it's a lot more thicker. So basically, this brush is very similar to the first brush I showed you, except that this one is rounded from the top when you look, and this one kind of looks ovally. So both of them are like extremely, like they're very diffuse, so they're not very dense in nature. Both work great for blending. So moving on, we're going to talk about ES03, which is a large crease rounded, like blending brush. And when it comes to this brush, ES3, 4 and 5, they look extremely similar. I will be showing you like close up, like just close up images, so you can kind of like see the difference between each of them. So when it comes to this brush, this is way more denser than the first two brushes that I showed you. So this fits much better in your crease, and when you look at the size, this would normally fit really well in the crease for someone who has bigger eyes. So usually my eye is more on the bigger side, like people call it more on the bigger side. But for anyone who has a hooded eye, this would be really hard to, like get it into your crease. So usually when it comes to your crease colors, we go for like extremely, like darker, deeper colors. So if you use such a huge brush for, applying a color into your crease, the color is kind of going to go a little everywhere, and you're going to lose control over what you're doing. So I would say this one would work great as a transition brush. This one is also extremely soft. This is slightly more softer than the first two brushes that I showed you. This is also a natural bristle brush. This one is a lot more denser than the first one, and it's a rounded ferrule, and it is rounded from the top too. It's very dense, and I've been like using it for about 5 to 6 months, and I've not had any fraying going on in it. Not in any of the brushes, which is a great thing. So when you compare ES01 and 03, ES01 is quite like, it's a little more diffused, and when you see the length, they're more or less the same length. Like this is slightly shorter than the first brush, but when you look at like the diameter of the brush's bristles, The first one is definitely a lot more fluffier and it's less diffused, whereas this one is slightly more denser and it's more tightly packed. So this is a little more helpful to deposit color and blend it at the same time. So next up, moving on to AS04, I'm going to call this a diffused large crease blending brush. So why I'm going to call this diffused is that because the, like the previous brush that I showed you was a lot more denser and this one is a lot more diffused, but more or less the length and the dimensions remain the same. So I'm going to call this like the diffused version of the previous one. So in case you want to do a look, you can use the previous one, which is AS03, to pack the color on your transition area or your crease, and you can use this one to buff it out because it's a lot more diffused. So this one would not be great to pick up product from your palette and then use it on your lid, or you can use this to like work with something which is a little too dark or something which you're a little scared to use. This would look great for working for that. So when you look at these two brushes, AS03 and 04 look more or less similar, except for the fact that 4 is like a tad bit more longer, maybe like 2 mm longer than 03, and it's also more diffused and fluffy. So moving on to AS05, which is a defined crease blending brush. I know this looks very similar to the past, like to the previous two brushes that I've showed you, and it is quite similar, to be honest. And this one is more or less similar to AS03. So this is AS03. So when you look at AS03 and AS05, AS05 is again 2 inches shorter than AS03, and it's also like lesser in terms of the diameter. So this would fit a little better according to me in my crease than AS03. For someone who has much more smaller eyes, none of these brushes will work for fitting into your crease. I'm going to be showing you that in a while. So just as a comparison between these three brushes, I would say 3 and 5 are like brother sisters, like one is a little bigger and one is slightly smaller. 4 is almost like, 4 is like slightly longer than 3, but it's more diffused. So 4 is like way more diffused and these two are like brother sister brushes. So moving on, we're going to speak about AS06, which is a synthetic defined crease blending brush, and this one is also soft but not as soft as the previous 5 brushes. It is definitely workable but not as soft as the previous 5. So speaking about this brush, it is definitely way more like diffused and it moves a lot more, and this would work great especially like if you want to like blend out your cream eyeshadows because it is synthetic. So this one works great for that. This one did fray like a little bit, and like now and then you do get a couple of strands coming off. So as of now, we've got a lot of blending brushes, and now we're going to talk about the first like shader brush in the entire family, and this is AS07, which is a synthetic flat shader brush. So speaking about the dimensions of this one, this is like under a centimeter of like the width of the brush, and it's extremely like tightly packed, so it's very dense. It does not move a lot, so it's great for like adding shimmers or any matte on top of your lid, like just to pack color on your lid, or even if you want to pack color on your crease, this would work great for that. I wouldn't recommend this for your lower lash line because this is a little rough compared to the other brushes which I've spoken about. It isn't even like borderline soft. It's just rough, like in my opinion it's just rough, and every single time I use this brush like to smudge out something in my lower lash line, I immediately start to water. So I would say use this for like glitters or use this for packing on shimmers on your lid, but for that application this works beautifully. So that was ES07, and we're going to move on to ES08, which is a pencil brush. So I really love pencil brushes, and I kind of like this one slightly more than a lot of other pencil brushes I have, only because this is even more smaller than the pencil brushes that we usually get. So I would, I would call this like a slightly smaller pencil brush than what we always use. And this works beautiful. It's very stiff and it's very dense and it's very defined. And you can make like really small blending motions to a certain extent. Like if you want to blend out your blacks, or you want to blend out a little bit of color in your outer corner, or you want to deepen your crease, this works really well. This fits really well. This would work great for anyone with small eyes, hooded eyes, monolids, like for all that categories, this would work really well. When I'm speaking about size, this is a Sigma pencil brush and this is a Pro Arte pencil brush. So this is the pack one. So when you see that they're all more or less in the similar heights, but when it comes to the width, the pack one is a tad bit more smaller. But when it comes to the movement, the pack one moves a tad bit more compared to the other two brushes I have. So it kind of makes it like a very versatile brush, and you can get multiple purposes out of this one. So moving on to ES09, which is a natural bristle flat shader brush. This one is more or less the same size as the synthetic bristle one. So let me show you. So yeah, when you look at both of them, they're more or less the same one. The natural one is like slightly more smaller, just the most tiniest bit, maybe by an or two. But more or less, I would say that they work very similar. And the only difference is that like like the natural one is so soft, it is so delicate, it is so soft, and it would work great even on your under eyes if you want to like smudge out some of your black eyeshadows, or you want to get like into all of these like like the nooks and crannies of your eye without poking your eye, or if you want to like add a little bit of color in your cut crease and all that, this would work great for that. So I really like ES09, and a lot of you have asked me what is this brush that I'm using for my lower lash line and all that. This works beautifully for it. So I'll show you another brush which looks similar like this but much more smaller than that. So all these brushes work really well for your lower lash line, and it has the right amount of movement also to blend it, and just to also apply and blend, which is a great thing. So moving on to ES010, which is like a really small precise blending brush. This is my favorite size of brushes, and I can do an entire eye look with just this brush. So this helps with that precision blending, especially in your crease, or if you want to add about like 3-4 colors in your crease. This does the trick for you. You can also use this in your lower lash line or in your outer corner, or when you're blending around your nose. So this works great for like literally any single blending motion for your eye makeup. So I'm going to give you a comparison between three of my favorite brushes, and the first one is Sigma E42, which is a precision firm blender, and the second one is Bougie Beauty B215, and the third one is ES10 from PAC. So when you look at all the three brushes, they're more or less similar. They have the similar shape and the similar dimensions. So I really like these three brushes for kind of like all of my eye looks. So moving on to ES11, which is a small flat definer brush. I think this is a really great brush, and I really love the size and the dimension of this brush. This is beautiful. This works great if you want to like clean under your wing liner. Like you can take a little bit of concealer. So this is a synthetic one, and this is more like on the nylon-y side. So you can take a little bit of concealer and you can clean underneath your wing liner, or you can carve out your eyebrow using this, or you can also make a cut crease using this. So this fits really well. This would work even like for those of you who have small hooded eyes also. So I think this is a great one, and it is extremely soft, and it is also very dense, and it's very stiff in nature. So it does not move a lot, which is helpful to give you that very precise line when you're doing any type of a look. So next up we have ES12, which is a very small detailed blending brush, and I love a brush of this size. This also works really great for your lower lash line. It works really great just to add like the most tiniest amount of color in your outer corner, especially if you have hooded eyes or a monolid. This would be great for you, and also for your inner corner, this would do like the trick for it. Your brow bone, any of those much more smaller detailed work, this would be great for that. I really love the way this feels. This feels just like the first 5 brushes in the entire set, and this is extremely soft. So this would work great, in your lower lash line. And so you can use the brush that I'm going to be talking about next to apply the color in your lower lash line, and you can use this to buff it out, and you can go back to that small blending brush to buff in your lower lash line, and you're kind of like good to go, and you're going to get the best smoky eye ever. So moving on to ES13, which is a flat smudger brush, and you would have seen me using this in a lot of my tutorials, and all the time everyone asks me what is this brush. So this is the one. This is also a natural bristle one, and this isn't as soft as the first, like the first set of 5 brushes which I mentioned, but this isn't as rough as a synthetic one. It's somewhere in the middle, but if you have like extremely sensitive eyes, you're going to find this a little scratchy in your lower lash line. But nevertheless, I really like the size of this. I love the stiffness of the brush, and I love the dimensions, like mainly I love the dimension, and it's very stiff, and it has the most tiniest amount of movement. So you can just take a little bit of black eyeshadow and you can just go in your lower lash line, and it packs the color very close, and also helps to make it smoky. So I think this works great for that. And also sometimes if you kind of like mess up your cut crease and you want to go above the cut creased part into the black eyeshadow and kind of like deepen it up, this works beautifully for doing that error correction thing. So I think I totally love the dimension of this brush, and this would be great for anyone who has small normalize, and it would just be a perfect fit in your eye. So if you're like looking forward to get this kit, there are some brushes which are like really helpful, very unique. I do not see, a brush of this size and a brush of this type of texture and this dimension anywhere else in any other kits, especially sold in India. So I think this is a great buy in this kit. So next up in the kit, we have ES14, which is an angle liner brush, and this is like the classic wing liner brush. And I totally love the fact that it's synthetic and it's quite well pressed in and it's very stiff. I do use this brush time to time and it has not started to fray, and I kind of love that about this brush. And I love the angle of it. I love the thinness of the brush. Usually wing liner brushes are like so thick that you cannot really use it for a wing liner, but this one would help you give that precise line when you're using it, and it would give you that perfect flick. You can also use it to do your inner wings, which is a great thing. So I think this is a staple in everyone's kit, and everyone should have this, especially if you love liners. So last but not the least, we have ES15, which is an eyebrow duo-sided brush, and on one side you have like a bent angled liner type of a brush for your eyebrows, and on the other side you have a spoolie. I really like this spoolie. This spoolie is extremely like good quality. Usually with all of your eyebrow pencils they do come with a spoolie, but that spoolie is so rough. This one is extremely smooth, and I love to use a spoolie to remove any fallout on my skin when I'm like doing something like a glitter look. So this one works great for that, and this one is also extremely soft. But one thing I noticed is that this one isn't as densely packed as the previous one, as the liner brush which I showed you, but rather it's a lot more like moving-y types, and in a way that's kind of good, because when you're doing your eyebrows, right, like when I take any pomade and when I do my eyebrow, I don't want any harsh like lines. So because it kind of moves a lot, it doesn't pick too much product, and you can also make like really like hair like feathered strokes on your eyebrow because it is quite thin. So I hope you guys enjoy the video, and make sure you check out the Plume eye brushes review too, and also check out some other videos I'm going to link down below which will be helpful for you. I will be posting a tutorial using all these brushes, like a dedicated video like just for the tutorial when I'm using all the brushes. So wait for that on my channel. I'll probably post it like a couple of days after this tutorial comes out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please consider subscribing and hit the like button if you did, and check out my other tutorials which I'm going to link down in the description bar, which I think will be helpful for you if you are liking this content. So I'll catch up with you guys for another review, and until next time, bye.